B-R-O-O-K-L-Y-N, 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 B-R-O-O-K, we wildin'. Okay, we wildin'. Okay, we wildin'. MPJ, by the way. Okay, we wildin'. B-R-O-O-K-L-Y-N.
Yo, that's Fizz is the best Fizz. You already know it's Big Fizz Breezy. Happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving, man. I hope everybody getting greens, beans, tomatoes, potatoes, lambs, hams, hogs. Shout out to all y'all. Special thank you to the members of the page. Maria Signal Moore, Jellio, Marcus, Nets DNA, Beeman Boy 81, Joey BK, and Cooney Jean Phillip, and GIHF_Carter. Shout out to Brian in the chat. Happy Thanksgiving. Nets fans is the best fans. Y'all already know what it is. What y'all eating today, man? What y'all got going on? I pulled up for the precap though, because I think MPJ out, so I was wondering if Danny Wolf gonna be out. I mean, is Danny Wolf gonna play because Danny Wolf is out? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's finna happen? You know, I want to double check the schedule. I believe we play the 76ers tomorrow. I put it in the title. Hell yeah, we play the 76ers. I think Danny Wolf should get minutes. Long story short, happy holidays, player one. Word. Danny Wolf should get minutes. Shout to Jelly on the chat. Word. Happy Thanksgiving, man. You know what I'm saying? Facts, man. Like, share, comment, subscribe. We out here, man. Nets fans rapping. You heard? We out here kicking up dust, talking Nets basketball, man, like we do. Shout out to everybody eating goods, you know what I'm saying? Doing what y'all doing. Shout out to everybody, you know, enjoying time with the family, you know. Oh, I gotta show y'all something. Or almost there. Here we go. Oh, how y'all like that right there? That I said the Brooklyn Bridge. Beautiful. Got to leave. He said my mom sending food from up north. That's love. Mama love home cooking. That's love, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Beeman Boy. Oh, just Beeman Boy, not 81. Shout out to Beeman Boy. He said happy Turkey Day for sure. I don't eat Turkey Day, but I don't eat turkey, but it's happy macaroni and cheese day. Huh? Happy macaroni and cheese. Hell yeah. Word, man. I'm glad everybody, you know what I'm saying, seem like they have it. It's a good vibe today. You know, it's a good vibe. Shout out to everybody, you know, enjoying time with the family, eating good, you know, got off work, you know. Shout out to people who at work, you know. We all can be thankful today. I just want to start off saying I'm thankful for the Nets giving Drake Powell minutes, giving Jaeger minutes. I'm thankful for the Nets giving Clowney minutes. I'm thankful for the Nets, you know, because I started podcasting because of the Nets. You know, I wouldn't have podcasted for no other team. I wasn't even interested in any other team to to actually, you know what I'm saying, focus on them on a regular basis. Like, yeah, I like other teams. Yeah, I was fans of other teams. Yeah, I like other players. But to do it every day consistently the way I do it, nah, yo. Nah. Leaf said he made fried chicken. But y'all cook, man. I made macaroni and cheese for sure. All right. JDJ in the chat. Yo, This the funniest comment I see all week, bro. This shit, yo, JDJ low key is hilarious, bro. He not a moderator on this page. Nah, I gotta make him a moderator. In the chat, JDJ might be one of the funniest chat they chat people, like chat fans. Like, yo, this dude is hilarious, man. This I'm not saying it just because of this. I know y'all might think I am because he's going at the Knicks, but nah, it's not his first rodeo, man. It's this fan always kicking up dust about some, man. He's hilarious, man. If y'all in the chat, pay attention to JDJ, man. He's funny, man. I'm telling you. Shout out to Leaf in the chat. Shout out to Jelly, yo. Shout out to all of y'all, man. Yeah, so we play the 76ers. Hopefully Danny Wolf play, you know. And the reason why I draw the similarities between Drew Timmy and Drake, I mean, I said Drake. And Drew Timmy and Danny Wolf is because they both getting rep in the G League and they putting up serious numbers. And you know, if we could give Drew Timmy minutes because of what he did in the G League, we can also give, you know what I'm saying, minutes to Danny Wolf. You know, Danny Wolf numbers in the G League is very impressive. Very impressive. Um, so I don't want to overlook that. I want y'all to see what I'm talking about before I throw the link in the chat. Yeah, so we fin to see what's going on because I keep hearing about it. You know, it's only so much I hear about it before I actually go see what's going on with it. When it comes to the Brooklyn Nets, y'all know how I do. He plays 7 games. He averaging 20 points a game. He averaging 20 and 10. In 7 games, you giving him 33 minutes. He's averaging 20 and 10. Where that plus minus that for all you plus minus guys? He's a 1.1 on the positive side for plus minus. Bruh, this dude is hoping. This dude is hoping, bro. He should be called up tomorrow. He should be called up. We should hear from him. Word. We should hear from him. He should be getting minutes if MPJ not gonna be there. He's a different kind of offense. He's not the same offense as MPJ. He's a different kind of offense, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. I want to hear from y'all, man. What's going on with y'all? You know, we're gonna get into the college players right now. I heard Cam Boozer playing, Caleb Wilson is playing. You got some college players playing. We're gonna get into that. But you know what I'm saying? I just wanted to say I'm thankful for everybody that helped me build my page. That's Leaf, all of the people that's members of the page. This is JTV. You know what I'm saying? Everybody that was supportive of me building the page. That's my guy P. You know, shout out to all of the Nets fans that subscribe to the page. Shout out to all of y'all that liked the page, shared the content. You know, listen to yourself on the shorts because you could go to the shorts on this on my page and listen to yourself. Sometimes it be y'all. You know, always be me talking. It be other people on here. John is on there. Jay is on there. You understand? There's other fans that's on here. You know what I'm saying? And I want to thank y'all, man. Brooklyn LM. You know what I'm saying? Of course, there's too many to mention right now, but I want to say, you know, Big Priest. I want to say thank y'all to all of y'all, man. All of y'all that, you know what I'm saying, that been helping me build my page. Come on the channel. John, I think I mentioned John. And talk basketball with me. You know what I'm saying? I'm more want to have the basketball conversation and get into the paparazzi rhetoric. You know what I'm saying? I try to talk hoops with y'all, you know. And I would like to think that we do that. You know what I mean? I would like to think that's what's happening when you pull up to this podcast. You know what I'm saying? I would like to think that y'all come in here and y'all get a chance to talk basketball, or to some effect. But yeah, Danny Wolf, for what I see in his 7 games as a G League player, he needs to be playing tomorrow next game. Yo, what up, John?
Hey, Breeze, happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving, John. You see the backdrop.
I do.
You know what I'm saying? It's the Brooklyn
Beautiful.
Bridge right there. You hear me?
Nah, man, it looks beautiful. And, we talk about being thankful. Thankful to have a beautiful meal with my family today. Thankful for all the Brooklyn content creators that put a lot of work into this, because when you're a rebuilding team and there's a couple of years of struggle, to see all the content that gets created during it's special, because there are a lot of teams that just go through the mediocrity of it and they put nothing out there. But the Brooklyn base, a lot of you that on Breezy Show, on different platforms, like, we're always consistent. We always bring our content, whether it's a good day, a bad day. Like, that's what being a Brooklyn base member is all about. It's a marathon, not a
Mm-hmm.
sprint. So shout out to all the Brooklyn
Thanks.
base members. I wish you all a wonderful Thanksgiving. So I hope you all had tremendous meals, and the journey's just getting started for the Brooklyn base. But shout out to all of you. Thankful for your support with my content as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah. Shout to John for putting in the work. Shout to all of us, because again, we don't have no somebody in the big media representing us in the right light, and we could get to all of that because I got time, cuz. I heard these guys, they jump out and they say all of these unscrupulous comments about the Brooklyn Nets. They had nothing nice to say. And my thing is, it's all narrative driven, because it's not all factual, but we're gonna get into actually what was said, because instead of hearing my, how you say, opinion about how I feel about it, uh from a situation where I remember what they said vaguely, I'm gonna actually pull up the content. You know what I mean? I'm gonna actually pull it up so that way we could take a look at it and actually get what I mean, because I don't like how they peg the Brooklyn Nets. I don't like how they do it. I don't like how they speak on us. They very how you say, loose with the, or
Mm.
reckless, for lack of better words. They're reckless, for lack of better words, when it comes to how they talk about the Brooklyn Nets, and I don't like it. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to find the content while I'm talking to you, but I'm pretty sure you heard the content. Did you? You know what I'm talking about?
Specific,
There's 2 guys.
you mean Bill Simmons and Zach Lowe? Yeah, if that's what you're talking about. That was a recent thing I
Yeah,
heard
I
them
think
bash
so.
the
Yeah.
Brooklyn Nets. Yeah. Listen, everybody's entitled to an opinion. I mean, Bill Simmons, not a lot of people respect his opinion because a lot of his things are really like just hypotheticals, or he's just spewing hate on people. Zach Lowe, he worked for ESPN. Now he works for The Ringer. Now he's back working, I think, for NBC Peacock. Now he's like a broadcaster there. So he's been around. Like, listen, I get it. They all expected, I guess, the Nets to do really well in this past draft. And the front office decided to take a huge unorthodox approach, drafting 5 rookies. Everybody's going, whoa, you had all these picks you could have traded up. I get where the criticism is coming from, but to say like, oh, we're the worst team ever, we have no mascot, yada yada, we should move back to Jersey, like, it's stuff like that what makes you go, listen, the Brooklyn base members have been loyal to the soil throughout the last 10 years of like one of the biggest roller coaster rides in sports history. No other sports team in the NBA has gone through what the Brooklyn Nets have gone through the last 10 years, going from a team that first got here trying to contend to breaking it all down to the bare rubble to building something fun and organic for 3 to 4 years to break that all down to go star hunting and that to break down as it did epically to rebuild. Like, it has been a roller coaster ride, and they should recognize the base for just trying to be loyal to the soil and trying to get through all that instead of saying all these negative digs, because there are other organizations like Wizards, Bulls that have been mediocre for years. But once one guy goes on those teams and starts doing well, like the Bulls, oh, now they're an up and coming team. When do anybody expect the Bulls to be contending for anything anytime soon? It's like the Brooklyn Nets have their work cut out for them. But some of these media
Yeah,
people, like you
no,
said, Breeze, they definitely bring daggers to us for sure.
yeah.
But you
So
just got
my
to take it
see,
with a
that's
grain
what
of
I'm
salt.
saying. Like, Um, I don't. Yeah, like my thing is, we can't let the big media be the narrative that drives the fan base because they're not Nets fans. When you
Right.
can hear when somebody's a fan of a team or at least a fan of a player that's on the team. Like they not Nets fans, and the more y'all take their narrative, more you gonna be actually when you break it down, listening to somebody who's not a fan of the Nets, doesn't care whether or not they play well or not, and will just use them for content and don't even speak about them with like love in their heart. You know what I'm saying? They just look at it like negative rhetoric for the most part. You know what I mean? Any of the good that Noah Clowney did, I didn't hear Bill Simmons jump out and say anything about his career game. I didn't hear anything,
Right.
But if it's something negative, this is the content that they, And again, the reason why I mention them is because they the big media. You feel what I'm saying? They got the biggest platform and whatnot. But again, this is why like out here pushing content, pushing that fan content because it ain't a lot of us. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I mean. The less is more if we consistent. If we consistent and we the one that's driving the narrative and we have our hangups, but we also agree on things and we move forward amicably about the things that we agree on. And if we at odds about something, y'all know me, I'm quick to debate. You know what I'm saying? Even if it's a 1v20. But at the end of the day, our voices are being heard on these podcasts, not in the big media. So don't pay attention to big media. Pay attention to what we doing, the content creators, the ones that jump on the panel with me, that what I'm saying, talk hoops with me, or listen to the other podcasts and listen to how we view the team. And again, be careful to make sure that the content creators have integrity, not to regurgitate what big media is saying. And the significance of me saying that is we the ones that's watching the games. The Nets is on the same time the Wolves is on, the Suns is on. Like they're not watching us over these other teams. Me, I am. It could be Houston versus Golden State Warriors. I'm watching Nets versus Toronto. You know what I'm saying? That's the main difference. They looking at the box scores and highlights. They're not attentive the same way Nets fans are. And just keep that. Just remember that when they saying the nasty things that they be saying about us. But shout to Netorious on the panel. Shout to Leave. Netorious, talk to us, man. Was happy Thanksgiving, bro.
Happy Thanksgiving, Joey and Lee.
What's up, man? Happy Thanksgiving, next world. John, I told you to take the night off, man. I told
I
you. You don't
was
listen,
going
bro.
to, but Breezy put a
I
show
told you
on.
on Twitter. I said, John, no podcast. I
I
said, John,
see
no
that
I
Thanksgiving.
told
tweet.
No
Joey
Thanksgiving.
Christmas I'll take off. I won't be on any Twitter on Christmas. I told Joey. You won't see me anywhere on Christmas.
Yo, what's good though? What's good, y'all?
So now I actually
There
seen
you
that tweet because I was gonna go live, but I was kind of unsure. But then I seen that tweet. I say, yeah, I'm definitely going live now. Yeah. I
Oh,
see
no.
I see y'all going back and forth and shit. But pause. But Joey, talk to us, man. What's the word, man? How's your Thanksgiving going, man? What's the word?
My Thanksgiving is going well, man. I ain't got no complaints, bro.
Y'all can
I'm blessed. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. Everything's going well. I ate well. Chilled with the fam. So just chilling. How about y'all?
uh,
I can't complain about mines, man. I just packed up a bunch of Detroit Lions fans, man. I wore Packers gear in a Texas family home. Yes, right. I did that shit on because I don't give no damn shits at all. That's number two. I made two phone calls back up home that's gonna ensure that I get New York good food down in West Texas, man. I made one phone call to my mom's that's gonna bring down her food for Thanksgiving. I'm doing Thanksgiving like the 7 days of Christmas. It's gonna take me 7 days to eat all that shit. Um
talk to me.
and I made a second phone call to my Aki, man. He gonna bring a food truck, man. That's right. I'm bringing chopped cheeses to West Texas. Yes, I'm doing that. So I'm gonna be all right, man. So like, it only took me a couple of months to bring some shit down here, and he probably gonna lower the prices, man, because he gonna be off on energy and oil, man. He ain't gonna be off the shit that he was back in Brooklyn, back in Bushwick. So I'm bringing my Aki down here. I told him about it, man. I kept in touch with him. Right? He said he'd be picking up a food truck in like another week. and he gonna be down here. So
Word, man. Happy Nets giving, man.
Nets given. Let's
happy Nets
go.
giving. I mean, happy
Yeah.
holidays, man. I mean, shit. I just this shit is just dinner to me. I ain't gonna lie to you, but I mean,
Go pack, go.
uh, yeah, definitely. But I don't even. Damn, dude, I don't even really know where to start. I mean, I guess I guess
Well, I
hopefully
mean,
we
well, MPJ. Let's start with MPJ being out, and you know what I mean. If Danny Wolf is playing tomorrow,
said MPJ is being out.
yeah,
Okay.
he out. He, you know,
He got
he's his
lower
personal
back
reasons. He probably
soreness.
with the family. You know what I mean?
No, they say he got lower back soreness. I don't know how true that is, but yeah, his lower
I
back.
Shout
I
to PJ.
mean,
You know,
well. What I will say is, for a nigga that with the injury history that MPJ has had, for what he's been doing, it's been nothing. It's been pretty impressive, bro. Like for the injury, extensive injury that he had, 25-8 off of extensive injuries, man, like that he done had, man, is very impressive. But I knew it wasn't gonna last because I'm not stupid. Um, Danny Wolf, I'm hoping that he finally gets some minutes. I'm hoping this is a basically a gateway to the rookies getting play time and possibly letting the rookies get smoked for a couple of for some time because they gonna get smoked as soon as they hit the court and they first time out, man. That's how you go through the lumps and the bruises of the season and continue on with the
who
process of
versus who? I think who versus who? The 76ers?
shit, I mean versus anybody, nigga. We in the basement of the East, bro. Like I mean, like
Nah, I don't. Yeah, I don't look at look. Wait, see, my thing
so you
is
think
with
niggas is just gonna hit
MPJ.
the court and they just gonna hoop? That's what
No,
you're saying.
no, no. What I'm saying is, yeah, they rookies, but you don't have to. I'm saying they rookies, but you don't have to look to them for leadership. When you got MPJ out there, it's like they rookies, but they not the number one option. You know, you're not going to go to Drake Powell or Diego for the most part, in my opinion, number one option. You got MPJ in the starting lineup, so I don't think it's gonna. It's not like I feel what you're saying, but at the end of the day, I don't think they're gonna get smoked. I think that a player like Drake Powell, he built his confidence off of the last game. I think that Diego Drake Powell got a lot of confidence in the coaching staff because they see Noah Clowney come along. They looking at Noah Clowney like, yo, he did get player developed by the same coaching staff, and look how he playing. He just had his career high going into, you know what I'm saying, Thanksgiving break or
Coming
whatever.
off of that nigga, yeah. I want to continue to speak
I
on.
think they optimistic. I don't think they. I think they the coaches built on their confidence. I don't
You,
see them
I
getting
think
smoked.
to continue to speak on the Drake Powell. I think it's a lot of things I like about how his game is ascending, man. Just a good shot selection. You know, nice spotting up, and everything. Get to a floater. Get to a midi. I don't give a shit about none of that shit, man. Get to the fucking basket, bro. If you could jump on it over a nigga, bro, go ahead, jump over him. I just want to see more assertiveness, bro. Like in terms of going, if you need to go rogue some plays, bro, where the play need to break down, bro, and you got an athletic advantage, go to it. Get all the way to the basket, bro. Fuck that mid range shit. Fuck that floater shit. We got Cam Thomas for that. That's 6'2" nigga shit. That's 6'2", 6'3" nigga shit. You 6'7", you should be able to get all the way there. You should be able to get all the way to the goal. All the way. Not halfway, not midway, not close range. All the way, bro. You ain't none of these niggas is joker. None of these niggas is flat foot. All these niggas could jump. They could get up and down the court. They speedy. Start using your track feet, man. Use your wheels. Get to the basket all the way. That's what I want to see. I want to see more assertiveness from him. I want to see more taking it. Listen, if you need to take some plays out of some of these niggas' hands, go ahead, bro. Because you're gonna be here a while. They not. Some of these niggas probably gonna get traded, man. Terrence
Oh,
Mann.
I just want to
Um.
say happy Thanksgiving to Sanat Lathan and Regina Hall. Hey, boo, call me.
Oh yeah.
Not
So yeah, definitely. Yeah, for sure. But Terrence Mann, I think I mean he's not
So
playing
Terrence, so what
extremely
you
great,
saying
but he
is,
could get you
Lee,
5 assists, 5 points,
Lee,
5 rebounds, man.
Lee,
I mean, as much minutes as he playing.
yo,
I
Lee,
mean, so like he's definitely and
yo,
secure. So his security in terms of bringing the ball to half court.
Leaf,
I mean, it's needed, man. I mean, but he ain't playing
yo,
nothing like out of this world. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, it's definitely something that's needed. Every nigga on the court can drop 12 to
yo,
15
Leaf.
points.
So what
Yeah.
you saying? What you saying is Terrence Mann ain't the man? That's what you saying?
He's T-Mart, just like you said a few weeks ago, Joey. He's T-Mart,
I
just
put,
like
I put,
Walmart.
I
Time
put
to
it to
shut
you
that
this
down.
way, bro. Terrence Mann, listen. Some years ago, bro, when he was still on the Clippers, he had arguably the worst 39-point game ever. I don't even know how you could have some shit like that, bro. Like when niggas scored 39, bro, like you could have the worst 39-point game ever, the worst. So Terrence Mann is I know why Terrence Mann is out there. Just a little bit of defense, just showing like just basically mirror for Drake Powell to mirror what he doing and be that yes man type of player. I don't like
Terrence
that
Mann
shit.
is a jack of all trades, master of none. That's what he is.
Listen, you know what's interesting about tomorrow? I think the MPJ thing is like strategic on one part because we do face the Bucks on Saturdays, so it's a back to back. Maybe they sat him out intentionally tomorrow to get him ready for the second game, or if he doesn't play both games, maybe he is hurt. But it is also strategic because Philly, their front court's decimated right now. They don't have Embiid tomorrow. George is questionable. They don't have Kelly Oubre. They lost Trendon Watford. Like their front court is pretty bad right now, and there's no edge going tomorrow, so it might be Tyrese Maxey versus us. So if we decide to intentionally sit MPJ down, I don't mind it because Philly right now, they're in the lottery. We don't want Philly in the lottery. So if that was the reason why
I
we
mean,
did it, okay. But the story of tomorrow night should be Drake Powell, first career start. Like Jordan, you better not put Jalen Wilson at 3. You better not put Terrence Mann at 3. Put Drake Powell at the damn 2 and let him start. He's put in
I
the work. Let him have his first career start tomorrow against Philly and see what happens.
I,
That's what
de-
the
I
story should be tomorrow.
I definitely agree with that. And before I pass the ball, I just would like to add that since MPJ is probably gonna be sitting out, bro, like that also would probably mean that the veterans will probably be on more limited minutes just because they don't want to go through the same type of injuries and will a deal of the season. Play some of these rookies, play some of these young boys. Danny Wolf, obviously, Clowney, obviously Drake Powell, obviously, Yegor. Yegor is probably our highest priority as a pick because he was picked top 10. Um, the rest of the team, man, they play however you want it, man. Obviously, Tyrese Martin gonna come off the bench. Wilson gonna come off the bench. Whatchamacallit, my man Zaire gonna come off the bench. Dayron. Play those guys, man. I'm okay with that. I mean, right now, we just got to see what these young boys is all about. Put them on the court. I've been saying Danny Wolf is has the easiest route to be the best out of all the 5 of the rookies that we drafted. I would like to see that tomorrow night or upcoming during the season. Bounce
They
pass.
should they should start Zaire at the 3 tomorrow. Like you want to get Zaire's confidence back, make him a starter, put him in the deep fire. Say Zaire, this is my challenge to you. Start at the 3, put Powell at the 2. Let Terrence Mann come off the bench. I just don't get what the obsession is with Terrence Mann. Just like Leaf said, he gives you subpar stuff. Joey said he's a jack of what of different trades, but
And
really nothing.
Terrence Mann is
Like
to
he should
make
not
sure
be the starter right now.
Terrence
He should not
Terrence
be.
Mann is to make sure they don't turn the ball over in the half court, but in the full
Right.
court
I'm
setting,
gonna
bro.
start
Because I
calling
know
Yeah,
them
what
no,
they're
Terrence.
playing.
yo,
I'm gonna start.
listen, nah,
Hey Breeze.
you right,
I'm
Joe.
gonna start calling them real quick. I'm gonna start calling them Terrence Mid. That's his new name.
Yo, no, call T-Mart. When you came with T-Mart, that was funny.
Yeah, but
T-Mart.
Brooklyn LM and Range Road. Shout out to Range Road. I think this is his first time on the panel, man.
Terrence
Happy
Mid.
Thanksgiving to both of y'all, though, man. What's the word, yo?
Yeah, salute to the whole panel, the chat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, salute, bro.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
Happy
man.
Thanksgiving,
Happy
everybody.
holidays to everybody, man. For real.
Yeah, so I mean, just a little brief introduction. You know what I'm saying? Former Nuggets fan, and then
Yeah.
year one as a Nets fan, enjoying it. Although the season ain't going as ideal. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is.
Hey, bro, is you the
I
one
mean,
that's like a real big MPJ fan?
Yeah. Hold on, let me give you a breakdown of my fanship. Right. So when I started playing ball, it was like 2001, but I started playing ball before I started watching it. So basically, I said whatever team that drafts Carmelo was going to be my team. So that's how I became a Nuggets fan. But then
okay.
when
Oh, you was watching
when then
college ball.
yeah, I wasn't watching the
All right.
pros, but see, it's kind of like this
You
Brooklyn
follow
shit's kind of came.
Carmelo to the Knicks, bro?
Well, no, that's why the Brooklyn thing kind of came full circle because when they traded my favorite player, I was like, well, I've been cheering for this team, so I stuck with the Nuggets. But then when they basically did the shit again, I was like, well, they sent my favorite player to New York again, so I might as well just choose to follow him. Only this time it's Brooklyn. So It all worked out. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Oh, you
yeah.
converted into a Nets fan.
Yeah, he
Wow.
did convert it, but
You
somehow
gotta
Shout to
you
you,
left.
understand.
man.
But
Shout to you, man.
Somehow, some way, you left the number 15 in Denver, which
Yeah,
is
but you
crazy
want
to
to know
me.
what's so crazy about that? He did it for, not saying it's a bad thing, but he did this for
right,
MPJ. You usually hear this about Luca,
KD.
Kyrie, KD. They whole little
Yeah,
squad like move with them, but this man
yeah. But
did it for
if you somebody that
MPJ,
watch,
bro.
but if you somebody that watch college basketball, MPJ probably was hooping for real.
No,
Like,
MPJ been
Well,
nice.
no. In college, he only played. I don't even think he played a full game because he got hurt like mad early. But like, you know what I'm saying? The fact that the Nuggets drafted him and he was already my favorite player, like high school going into college, it just all worked out. You know what I'm saying? And like,
okay,
yeah, it just all worked out like that. But you got to understand, like, they traded. Not only did they trade my favorite player, but then they also found my championship coach. So yeah, it's fucking niggas.
Yeah,
Damn,
so
damn.
you was a Melo fan, then an MPJ fan, and it just so happened MPJ got drafted by the Nuggets.
So
Yeah.
during that whole time span, you wasn't messing with Joker at all.
Oh no. Joker is basically my second favorite player, but I'm kind of mad at Joker because he didn't stick up. Not only did he not stick up for MPJ, but he ain't really stick up for Mike Malone. And the thing with the Nuggets is like, see, on the surface, everybody sees them as like this, like juggernaut, this and the third, which they are. Like they're nice, but you gotta understand that like the difference between like the Malone Nuggets and this current like Alderman Nuggets, like Malone actually had structure. Granted, sometimes they used to rub players the wrong way, but it's not about how you feel, it's about the results. Right now, it's like Alderman's kind of like a pushover. He doesn't really he lets everybody do what they do. So, for example, you seen Aaron Gordon just hurt his hamstring. Mike Malone had him on a minute restriction forcefully. That shit used to piss off Aaron Gordon. Alderman, he be letting Aaron Gordon do what he do. So, you know what I'm saying? He goes out there, he basically messed up the hamstring even worse, and now he's going to be out for even longer. So, I mean,
I mean, but is it true that Adelman and Calvin Booth, they wanted to play the youngins, and like
what?
whatchamacallit wasn't with that? Mike Malone was like what kind of fringe on that?
So
Right. There
this,
was a divide there, yeah.
well, this is basically what happened. So when you talk about the Nuggets championship team, it was really built by Tim Connolly, who's the GM of the Timberwolves. But I think it was like 2021 or something like that that he left Denver and went to Minnesota. Calvin Booth, when he came in, he was the one that drafted Christian Braun, Peyton
Christian Braun,
Watson,
Peyton Watson, yeah.
Zeke Naji.
Yeah. So Tim Connolly had that KCP team and all of them. No wonder Minnesota be whipping their ass, bro. He already know what they doing.
I'm
Yeah,
not to
Minnesota's
be
getting their
honest.
butt whipped right now,
I'm
man.
not 100. I'm not sure if the KCP move was Connolly's last move because that happened around the same time. But I know that Calvin Booth I think was the one that got Aaron Gordon. But yeah, but basically what ended up happening was after we won the chip, all the guys that Booth drafted like Braun, Peyton Watson, stuff like that, they got paid. Like I know one of the big controversies is that guy Zeke Naji on the Nuggets. They gave him like a crazy contract, which kind of like messed a lot of things up. But basically, like I guess he wanted to see like the people that he drafted start getting played, whereas Malone's like, "Yo, we just won a chip, so we don't really got time to like develop like these guys." And
So basically,
ultimately,
Tim Connolly is the reason why we got to pay MPJ $39 and $40 million in his next 2 years.
Well, that was part of the clause in his contract. If they won a ring, he would get the money. So I guess maybe, but it was part of the contract.
I mean,
So
with the MPJ thing, as far as I'm concerned, I mean, I think he's underpaid because you got to understand something. Like you
Underpaid.
can't. The only
oh
listen,
shit.
Bro,
really listen. No, really listen to this. He was the third option. Everybody knows that, right?
How you feel about
The
people saying
only.
he was the fourth option behind Aaron Gordon?
that's
I
valid.
mean,
I mean, Gordon was
I
I
great.
mean,
mean,
I
I
know.
mean, I
yeah,
mean,
let,
third,
I heard.
let
fourth,
me answer.
bro.
Hold
Like,
on,
I
let
mean,
me
really,
answer.
I don't
Nah,
know.
let me
I
let me
listen.
answer. Let him
I
answer.
listened to y'all stream the other day when y'all were discussing it. I mean, we can get into it, but ultimately, here's the thing:
Yeah, that's
when you talk about third options, or if you want to say even fourth options, you can't find too many third, fourth options in the NBA that have averaged 20 plus per game because the third option is the one that's usually taking the most sacrifice. Even when I did some like little research, Like not even Ray Allen was putting up 20 a game when he was the third option in Boston. Like
Clay
the only one
Thompson
I
in
was able to see.
2017.
What was that?
Clay Thompson in 2017.
I mean, but he's the second option. Like that was,
Behind,
Steph.
behind Katie and Steph.
Oh yeah, true. They had KD. They had KD.
KD definitely number
All
two.
right.
I
All right.
mean, so like, I mean, the
Arguable.
NBA is pretty
All right.
advanced now
I
when it
mean,
comes
it's
to
still
scoring,
not
bro.
that
So
many though,
no.
Leaf. I mean, you pick one little
But
instance and act like it's a whole
well,
like a lot.
but
It's
no.
still not a lot.
But even if
But
we take
I'm trying to
Let
lead
him
to the
finish.
point.
But
Let him
look,
finish. Go ahead,
if we
Ray J.
take even if we take that what he just said, so we could take the KD whether he did that 1 or 2 years in the Golden State years, and then from my research, I seen that Chris Bosh I think did it 1 year with the Miami Big Three. But for the most
Yeah.
part, like your third option is
Yeah,
usually going to be like if he's a legit third option, he's usually going to be roughly 17 to 19, 20 points. That's like perfect. But you know what I'm saying? MPJ would
I'm
average
pretty sure
16,
Kevin
17,
Love did that
18.
on the Cavs too, bro. Like, if I'm not mistaken.
but the
Oh yeah,
point is,
you
it's
talk,
rare. It's rare for a third option to score that many points.
Nah, but
yeah.
fuck
Realistically,
that. No. Nigga
But
said he was a
hold on.
fourth option though. How
but
he's a
But
fourth
hold
right.
on.
But
option
that's what
doing
we're
that?
trying to
But
No,
y'all
figure
said
out.
no,
he
but
Let
was a
him finish.
fourth option.
we can
Remember,
go
Leaf?
off that now too though. Let's
Right. Go
juxtapose
ahead.
like you brought up the Cavs, right? Now,
Mhm.
if Kevin Love was the third option with the Cavs with their team buildup, the third to fourth option, there's a big drop off. Whereas with the Nuggets, there's not as big as a drop off with MPJ to Aaron Gordon. That's why you guys are able to even have the argument over
Right.
who's the third, who's the fourth.
But is
That's
it
just
fair to
about
say they toggle like from game to game, and maybe the other way around, depending on who shooting better
well,
that specific game?
We'll put it like this. I remember when you guys were having the discussion, you were bringing up like the shot attempts per game that they were each having, and it was basically
Right.
like within one, right? But roughly, at least for the most part, I would say that MPJ, his shots were a lot more like self creation as opposed to Gordon's, where it's like you remember when you're playing that dunker spot, whether it's Murray penetrating, Joker, you know what I'm saying, drawn to or whatever, he's gonna be the one that's
Okay.
you know what I'm saying? But like I said, it's just it is what it is. Like I said, I would say MPJ, but it is what it is.
I mean, I ain't want to argue third or fourth option. To me, like, I thought that team. I thought it was a lot what you said, bro. Some nights MPJ was looking like the third, and some nights Aaron Gordon was looking like the third. I'm like, either way, to me, the main thing about the Nets is that since the KD trade, we've been recycling third or fourth options and trying to make them look
Right,
like number ones, bro. Like
right.
that's the main thing. That's number one. Number
That's not a
two,
recipe for success long term.
that's number two. I'm very impressed with what MPJ has done, even with his extensive history. If there's a nutty professor around, bro, to get this nigga a pill, bro, where he never had a back injury before, I wouldn't mind giving him $40 million, me personally. But that ain't the case.
Not in the
The case.
I
CBA
mean,
era.
the reason
If
they
we're talking
doing
about
that though
before
is
the
because either they don't want to spend a lot of money or commit to a guy that is a really a number one option, or they're taking a guy like MPJ and just taking on his salary. So it's a
That's
method
exactly
to the
what they
Nets
doing.
madness. They're not just
if
doing it because they just want to try to turn a third option
if
guy into a number one
It
option.
it is a method to their madness, but their madness stinks right now because what they doing is recycling the same shit that
What
I've been
other
telling
option
you.
do they have, Leaf?
The
but you
other
have to see
option that
what
they
you are
develop.
comfortable.
That's the other option that they have, but they can't.
But
But
Well,
they
but
but
they're
they don't
doing
do
that
it.
in the process as well.
Man, that
if
shit.
this was
Man, that shit
if this
taking
was
too damn long, bro.
if this
Like,
was
listen, we
before
too big
this.
of a market for that.
To what Leaf is saying, if this was before the CBA, if MPJ kept this up the next 2 years, he'd probably be looking at a $40 million salary. But if this was CBA era, the only guys making the $40, $50 million contracts would be your first and second options. Respectfully, MPJ is a decent, I think, a really good third or fourth option for us. But if he comes back to his team in 2 years, when he's going to be in his 30s, it's probably going to be at a 20 to 25 salary.
Exactly.
Nothing
Yeah,
close
but
to
y'all
like
know
35 or
Well,
we
40.
really took
you
on the
got
Respectfully.
contract because we got
you got to think about well, Joey. You got to think about the like our development in terms of the dudes that been here since the time that they got in the NBA, from Clowney to CT to Dayron to Claxton, bro. That development, bro. Like that shit is like the turtle in the rabbit race. That's basically what it's like, bro. Like, bro, like, why is it? Why did I have to wait 7 years for Claxton to get his first triple double?
He's a
Why
late
did I have to
bloomer.
wait three?
Yo,
Why
well,
did I have to wait
I'm
3
gonna be
Hold on,
years?
hold on, hold on.
Why did I
when it
have to
comes to
wait 3 years for Clowney to get
hold on, real
31?
quick. I'm gonna answer the question, right? Because I think we kind of like mixing things like apples and oranges. Here's the thing: we have to understand the big reason why we got MPJ was he was a guy that we could possibly, a third option who could possibly play number one option, but we also got that draft pick for taking on. So yes, we got that extra draft pick, right? Is it safe to say that that was a big part of why he's here?
Wait, say that again.
Yeah.
Is it safe to say a big part of why MPJ is here is because we got a draft pick for taking on his salary?
Yes, that was a
Yeah,
big
we did
reason
get a
why it
draft pick for
happened.
that.
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
so
So
to
who got
answer
the
your
echo?
question about
Somebody, can y'all
Claxton
go on
and all
mute?
of them, bro.
Hold
Listen,
on. Let's see.
I,
Let me figure out the echo. Who got the echo? Somebody dropped off.
hello,
Yo, can y'all hear me?
Hello?
Yeah, y'all can hear me
Hello?
now?
Yeah,
I
yeah,
can
we
hear
y'all
got
hear
you.
me?
Yeah, keep cooking. I just wanted it was an
No,
echo. That's
and
all.
to
Go ahead.
answer your question, I get it. Um, things ain't moving fast, but Leaf, listen, man. These are guys that were picked in the late first round, brother. These weren't lottery picks. Claxton was picked in the late first round. Dayron was picked in the late first round. Like these aren't guys that were highly recruited coming out of the damn NBA, bro. So I don't understand. Like y'all want us to turn like
Mhm.
I
my
get it. You
thing
want to turn
my
lemons into lemonade, but I mean,
my
Well,
my
well,
my my thing my thing
No,
is
what Leaf is
my
saying
thing
here.
is
Wait,
it's
Leaf.
deep. Hold up, as deep as these
Leaf's,
drafts are, and they have been in the last 7 to 8 years, bro. That whole in the back of the draft thing shouldn't mean a damn thing, bro. Like we finding talent everywhere, bro. It's niggas that been picked late in the first round or late in the second round that have started on some teams, bro, and been key contributors. And some of these niggas is actually goddamn number one options on some of these teams today. So that shit. So none of that
who
back of the draft shit. Like
who
first
got
off,
picked in the
little
back of the draft and is a number one option? And please don't
little
say
itty
Joker
bitty
because
ass
that's so
Brunson
played
bum
out.
ass, bro. It didn't take him that long.
Who?
Little itty bitty ass Brunson, bro. Like it didn't
the
take him that
flopper,
long.
Okay, all right.
the
I give you
flopper.
Brunson. Who else?
Joker is this
I
arguably the
knew you was
second
going. Joker is just like the say or be all when it comes to making this point.
when it come to
Like,
second round niggas, right?
I,
Like,
I
bro,
mean, but it isn't a thing that happens often, though, Leaf.
look,
you
it,
could
So the
argue
thing
Jalen
is, like,
Johnson in
so
there.
you
it's
said so
happening.
so
It's not happening often, but it's happening more than ever, bro. Like because the drafts is that deep. Like
what
these
I'm
dudes got
saying is,
talent.
late first round picks and second round picks aren't turned into number one options every day.
It's happening more so than ever in any
So,
part of it. It's
So
happening
here's my
more
thing.
so
So
than
your
ever,
thing
bro.
is, hold on,
That's all
because
I'm gonna say.
I think the Nets did fairly well based off of. If you look at the whole context of the situation, based off of their draft capital and where they were picking at, I think they did fairly well. They hit on some players.
Right,
They didn't hit on some players. Now I
right.
get it. Certain people's definition of hitting on players is, oh, you gotta get a guy who's a star. I don't believe that. I think we hit on Clax. Clax is a solid
yeah,
NBA player. I think we
I
hit
don't
on
know.
Clowney. Hold on, let me
I
land
think
the
I
plane,
think
bro.
Flax has
Mhm.
arguably been
I
one of
think
the
we
wait,
hit
worst
on
let's
starting
let
Clowney.
let's
centers, bro,
let
in the
play.
past
Let's
four
let
Let me
play.
land the
years.
That's
plane,
respond to
bro.
that. Let him
Hold
land
on.
the plane.
Let you. Yeah, go ahead, Joey.
I think we hit on
You,
Clowney. He's not a star, but I
yeah,
think he's a solid player based off of where he was picked at. I think we hit on
right.
Clax. Yeah, Clax ain't an all-time center, but he's still an
Mhm.
average to a little bit above average center who's serviceable and has some value in this league. I think we hit
Yep.
on Karis LeVert. I think we hit on
Mhm.
Jared Allen. All those
Yep.
guys were picked in the late first round.
Facts.
Like
I
Flax,
think
bro.
I
I'm
think the
like,
thing.
Listen,
nah.
Listen, hold on, Joey,
I would like
hold on.
to
Let me
give
just
you
add to that real
Claxton,
quick.
bro.
Joey, hold on. The thing I was saying is we shouldn't just be so easy to let these good players go and be successful on other teams when we the ones drafted player develop them. Let them help us. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't let business get in the way. Do good business with these guys that we play and develop. That's all I was. It's the same argument I have for Cam Thomas. It's the same argument I have for Claxton and Jared Allen. And
Freeze.
they drafted.
Do we really player
Listen,
Wait,
develop
wait,
though?
wait. Let me just ask. Wait,
I would like
one
to
second.
believe that we really truly developed them, bro. But the reality is that if we did develop them, those are the niggas that's supposed to be the head honchos on this team. Clowney,
Right.
CT, Claxton, Dayron, they've been here since day one. These are the niggas that's supposed to be the mantles of the team. If you go around the league and look at some of these other teams, bro, before Dylan Brooks got traded from Memphis, bro, they were winning. Before Desmond Bain got traded from the Grizzlies, they were winning. Now they about to get rid of Ja Morant. Now
Yeah,
they about
but
to
you
get rid
gotta
of Ja Morant and
understand
probably
though,
Triple
Bro,
J and
they
Zach
on,
the
Edey.
other
bro.
the
The
guys
reason why,
that
hold
we're
on, let me
hitting
just say
on,
that.
the guys that we're hitting on are role
Yeah,
players or high level role players. The guys that other
right,
teams are hitting on are stars. We
right.
haven't hit on a
Hold on,
star
right, no,
yet.
no,
It's a
no. Right,
difference.
We
right.
got like a
Hold on. We gotta
28th pick.
That means
28th
the
hold on.
pick.
No,
Wait,
development ain't
can
good
I
hold on.
enough.
Let me say
It's
this.
not
The
the
That means the
development
development
though.
ain't good enough.
listen,
wait, Leaf?
listen. But
So if we
it's
don't
not.
hit
I
on a
don't think
star,
it's
that
that,
means the
bro. It's the
development
kind
ain't
of
good if you don't
development.
get a star.
It's hold on. It's
Bruh,
hold on. It's
if
the
you
kind
can't
of
turn these
hold
niggas
on,
into
yeah.
consistent starters, bro, like that means the development is not good enough.
I didn't say
Why is
starters. I
Clowney?
said a
Why
star.
is Clowney just
Wait,
now
wait, wait.
starting?
Hold on, y'all. Hold on.
Who's
But
better prospect,
I'm trying to,
11th pick or
I'm trying to find
27th pick?
common. I'm trying to
Who's
find
the better
common ground
prospect?
here. And basically, what I'm saying is, Day'Ron Sharpe didn't get that leadership role, in my opinion, because the Brooklyn Nets sought after a stretch big. They like Day'Ron, what he could do in the paint. It's necessary. You're a big man. You need you to be good in the paint.
That
You
still
get
don't
that from
answer my
Day'Ron.
question.
But the truth is, when it come down to player development, that's what they were looking for. They were looking for a stretch four, and we got that in Noah Clowney. Bro, it's probably one of the most important player development players that we got on this team is Noah Clowney. I
My
know
thing
we
is
talking
Right.
niggas
about
want us
this
to no
draft
hold on.
class
My
right
thing is
now,
niggas want us
but
to
he's
find
right.
And
Breeze.
Clowney
My
just
thing
now
is
for
niggas want us
finally
to find
started
Kobe in the
starting this
late
year.
first round. That's
Wait,
what
can I?
niggas want in Nets for. They want us to find Kobe in the late first round, bro.
It's
Second
time for
round.
us to find
Draft
Wait,
something,
picks.
bro. Like
Bro,
that means the development
listen,
ain't
no,
good
no,
enough.
but what I'm saying is, hold on, you can't make it all seem like it's bad on Clowney, bro. That was the mistake of the Nets letting Cam Johnson be the 4 and Mikal Bridges be the 3. That was their decision. That wasn't Noah Clowney's fault.
Right.
You know what I'm
so
saying? Like, don't put
Y'all
that
making my
on Noah
case,
Clowney
bro.
like he
wait,
wasn't
wait.
ready to
Let me
come up.
interject
Y'all
for a
making
second.
my
No,
case,
no.
Wait,
But
bro.
what I'm
Like
saying
that
is
means
he
that the
didn't. He
development wasn't
didn't. Hold on. He
prioritized
did
all the
not.
way.
Hold.
wait.
I just
Let
think
me.
that's how
Hold
you
on. Hold
see
on.
it,
What I'm
Leaf.
saying.
I don't see it that way.
I'm trying to make a point. Yeah, I'm trying to make a point. The point is that the players that we draft, we got to focus on their player development, and we can't be acting as if we don't see what was in front of them, bro. We had bad coaching in front of them. Now we got a good coaching staff with Jordy Fernandez. We could really focus on player development the way it's supposed to be focused on. And that being said, we seeing it early in the season, and I'm just acknowledging that's it.
I will put
But
I will
Wait.
put a
Let me
hold
interject
on
there
the
for a
good
second. Wait,
coach.
wait,
Yeah,
wait. Let me interject here.
And it still ain't being
I will
focused
put
on
a
good
hold on
enough.
Wait,
that.
Leaf. Let me interject for a second. Listen, I
Ain't
think
good enough.
Leaf's theory about the third guys being temporary top guys, I think this is where the Nets have to really focus on this deadline. If you want to keep MPJ to be a third, fourth option later down line, I get it. But right now you have Claxton and MPJ making a combined $60 million of our cap space. We only have $40 million next year, which you can make some moves, but if you do trade one of those guys like Claxton, you open up over $50 to $60 million of cap space. We could actually go after an actual center, or he
We
give
need
Danny
that
Wolf
money.
a full platform to show what he can do. But just like to what he just said, like you need the extra financial stuff so we can actually go after maybe a big upgrade or go after a center. Like we have vets on this team right now that are mostly supportive vets that could be good on other teams. But for us right now specifically, like Joey and Leaf do agree on that we need to push the young guys forward a bit more. But it's hard to when Jordy, we kind of get the sense he trusts the vets at the end of the day over his young guys. The fact that he's playing Yeager and Powell in closing minutes a little bit, that's definitely something. But still, if you ask Jordy what his mindset is right now, he's going to go with the Terrence Manns, the Tyrese Martins, and the Powells and Yeagers have to go through some challenge that he presents them. Like for
Exactly.
Jordy right now, this is what has to happen. You got to move some of these vets in a few weeks, push the rookies a bit more, get Danny Wolf up here, and let's see if 3 out of 5 of the guys we drafted by the end of this year could be part of our future legitimately as core rotation pieces. That's what we have to figure out right now. And if you move off of Claxton, you open up a lot more extra cap space to make a big move potentially next summer. And I'm agreeing with Leaf on that because MPJ and Claxton right now are doing okay, but you really want those two guys making up a lot of your cap space and still being a
Bro,
mediocre team.
I agree
That's
with
what we're
everything.
Like,
debating
I
bro,
here.
agree with everything
why did
you
I have to
say.
pay? Why did I
agree with
have to pay
everything you
Claxton
said, Doug.
25
I
mil
just don't
before he
agree.
got one triple double in this league, bro? Like, that's
But
ass backwards,
I
Yo,
bro.
agree with
yo,
everything you're saying,
Breezy,
and I'm not.
I mean,
Breezy,
look, I mean, if y'all ain't
just
realized yet, though, ever since Claxton been playing with MPJ, he's been looking like a completely different player.
Yo,
Yes, he
hold on.
has,
I know,
Let
and I
people say
respect it.
let people
And
say
but
and
something.
and
Breezy,
and
Breezy,
and
ask
I and
Hold on,
yourself
hold on,
though.
hold
hold
on,
on.
hold on,
You want to
Hold
see
on.
Nicholas
Let people
get
say it before I get to
dominated
Hold
But
on. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this before we go to PT, bro.
Breezy
Like,
don't want to
listen,
see that shit again. Me neither. I
I'm
don't
gonna
want
say this
to. We
before
don't
we
want to
go to
see
PT, bro. Like,
37
hold
points
on.
by Pussycat.
My thing
Anthony Towns,
is
man.
simply
Listen.
this, bro. Like the youth, the real development that's supposed to take place on this team between the players that was drafted. I don't give a shit what number that they were. I don't give a shit if they was 20, 27, whatever, bro. Like the bottom line is since we lost Katie, that should have been the priority, bro. And then it has not been 100% the priority at all.
to the coaches, they
CT,
changed the
and you
coaches, bro.
Leaf, we didn't have our picks when we
which
lost
speaks to
KD,
my
bro.
point. Which speaks to my point.
Yeah,
You kept putting goofy ass coaches in there. You kept putting goofy ass coaches and goofy ass development up in there, and not managing and not
Y'all say this.
prioritizing the growth
Bro, we
of
ain't
these
gotta worry
players
about
at
that no more.
all.
Yeah,
We don't have to worry about
here's
that
the
no more.
thing. Y'all keep saying we
Y'all
should have
We
haven't
don't have
started
been
to
the
worry
doing that.
rebuild.
about
Hold on, real quick.
Yo,
Y'all keep saying we should have
Your
started
boy
the
Anthony
rebuild
Towns
right
averaged
after
18 points a game
right
on the road.
after KD
He scored
left.
37
But
on the road.
we still
He was
are
averaging 18 a
forgetting
game.
that after
Breezy,
when KD them left,
you
the
already
Nets
know.
were a rudderless ship. They did
You
it.
know
not
my
have their
guy.
own draft picks, so they couldn't do that if they wanted to. They
We
had to
could
Right.
do
compete and stay alive
compete for
and be
what?
middlemen.
We wasn't competing. The second that
But
we
they
lost
had to
KD,
try
bro,
to. We
we
didn't
was,
have our own picks, so we couldn't tank.
which is even
We didn't
more
start
reason
tanking
why
until
you
after we
develop the
got rid of
talent that you
Bridges.
get. That's what you were supposed to do. The same thing that you did if you didn't have your picks. You're supposed to do the same thing that you did when you had
Bro,
Karis LeVert
let's
and,
not
and,
act
and Jared
like
Allen. You were
let's not
supposed to
act
do the
like the
same
Knicks
thing, and
didn't
they
give us
didn't
a
do
get
it.
out of jail free card, okay?
I'm not
Because they
giving none
did.
of these niggas get out of jail free cards.
No,
we
That
just
you
like
have a
the
lot
gave
front
of
us a
skinny
get
office,
out of jail
guys.
free
the
card with
We
front
them
have a
Odell
lot of
office
skinny
trades.
guys, man. That's the
management and
problem.
ownership has failed at bro, they have been piss poor at development, and bro, like they have.
No, listen,
They have
Leaf has a
been
lot.
mid to
Leaf has a lot of
piss
validity
poor
there.
at development. I gotta wait 3 years
Hold
for
on, we
Clowney to
gonna
get a
pass the
31-point
rock.
game.
Man.
Stop it.
We not gonna pass the rock. I keep saying y'all gonna pass the rock, pass the rock.
Man, bounce
Shout out
back.
to people's happy Thanksgiving, man. Python, happy
That
Thanksgiving,
that
man.
that's for the holiday people. But good looking out, my guy. You already know my holiday starts tomorrow, yo. You know what I mean?
Respectfully,
Facts. Yo,
word.
I just smoked I smoked this loud pack. How Nets begin smoked on defense. You already know.
Oh, man.
You
Nah, that
already
was
know, Breezy. Yo,
nah.
we got we
Definitely
got so
that
many
sour.
skinny
I'm not
guys.
laughing at that
I
joke,
was
man.
watching the yo. I was you be watching the thing when they introduce the players and shit. How they be come onto the circle,
Mhm.
and they be bumping into each other and shit.
Yeah,
Damn,
yeah,
they
no,
we got mad thing guys. Pause. You're never
pause.
gonna win like that, Breezy. It's never gonna happen. You
We
got guys 210 pounds. How
need
you
an
gonna
actual
win?
censor. That's
How
for
you gonna
sure.
win?
If Joey
I
was saying
mean,
all
How you
that, then
gonna
that
win?
narrative of the NBA always need to stop because niggas we was never in the
It's
position
not
to
gonna
get old
happen,
in the
man.
first
I
place.
mean, I'm gonna be honest. I mean, from what all the I've watched all the games. You know what I'm saying? One of the reasons too I like the Nets is because I'm out in Jersey, so what I mean I got Yes Network. But what I mean, one of the two biggest weaknesses for the Nets, at least from my perspective, is rebounding and
Yep.
transition defense.
Yep. Yep.
Well, half
Literally,
court
Bro, we say that shit
defense
on
too.
every
Half court
pod,
defense
bro.
too.
That's only half of the
Half
The
court
fun, bro.
defense
rebounding could fix
horrible,
all of that. I ain't gonna lie to you.
horrible too. Everything.
Nah, they
Even Dayron's
they
rebounding
have the
isn't
worst
powerful
part.
anymore.
Like,
That
because
they have
here's
the
the thing, coming from the
How,
Nuggets, you got to understand the Nuggets are a shit defensive team, honestly, but they're
Yeah, Joker.
always top. Yeah, they're always
they're
top of
better
the
than the
league,
Nets.
basically, in rebounding.
They're better than the
Like,
Nets.
even
That's
if
for
you're
sure.
a bad defensive team, if you can limit a team towards one shot per possession, you'll still make it out all right as long as your offense
Nah,
is like okay. But
the Nets are having record nights and teams are having record nights against the Nets in the post. They scored 80
Right.
points in the post.
Yo,
It's
81. 81
rebounding
points.
is
Yeah,
rebounding is
81 points.
a problem. It's not
Yeah.
the problem. The problem is Nick Claxton is too small to guard his position. That
Bingo.
like
Facts.
Bingo.
Big
Nick
facts.
like
Big
Nick
facts.
Claxton can't do nothing with Duran. Can't do
Which is
Nope.
why
nothing with
which is
Cat.
why I kept
Can't
saying
do
what I kept
nothing.
saying for the past 3 years. And y'all already
Yo,
know I'm
You can't
going.
do nothing against Diabate.
I
On the
think we're all in,
Hornets.
I think we're all in agreement that Claxton does
Come
need to be
on,
traded by
man.
the deadline. I think we're all
Man,
in
he got
agreement
cooked by
on this
Bismack
point.
Biyombo, bro. I
Yo,
don't think
I'm
we
Bismack
even
all in
need to be
agreement
Biyombo did
on
talking
this
him
point.
here.
dirty last year. He did
Yo,
him
that
dirty.
the
He dropped a
rebounding.
double, right? He dropped a double and shut him down. He
If
dropped a
you had a
double and
stout,
shut him down, yo.
if you had a stout player in the post
All you gotta be
that
is like
that
230
was
pounds
strong,
against Nicholas. That's it.
that
230
Hold
that
on, let
pounds.
him finish, people.
Oh, my bad. My bad.
if you had a like, let's say, a Duran in the middle, that opens up everything.
Yep.
Nets don't have a player that can set a pick.
Oh,
Right.
we
We
need
have
Jalen Duran.
we have
we
all those dudes
need
that
Jalen
run
Duran.
around picks and take shots, and we don't have a Claxton is as skinny as a beanpole and can't set a proper
It
pick.
is a people crazy.
Yo, like I honestly
Pod, don't,
like
but Duran also got a mid range, bro. That's the
Yeah,
thing.
but
Like
but Duran developed this in like
I
4 years.
I'm
This guy had
I'm
Clax
just
had
saying
7 years. Crazy.
all that is fine and good, but if you can't stop him from dunking, and that's the other thing,
He's
the
gonna get
Nets
dunked every time.
sometimes the
Every time.
Nets sometimes put the most unathletic team on the floor on
Right.
purpose. Like there's a reason around a lot of these guys are second round picks. There's a reason why MPJ fell in the draft because of his back. He's out this next game with a back injury.
Oh shit. Oh
Yeah,
wow.
We
he's
play
Yeah,
it
not.
There
we
back
you
were
to back
go.
saying
on
that. We were saying
Saturday.
we
There
want to
you
see if they
go. There
came
you go.
from.
The Nets
Yo, but
thing. It's the Nets
hold on,
thing, man.
hold on,
I mean,
PT, PT,
I'll
watch,
say this: if you look at MPJ's current, on the Nets, and you look at say Brandon Ingram on the Raptors, the only difference right now is the two directions of the team that they were each dropped off on. Like the Raptors having
Nah,
Scotty
it's similar.
Barnes quickly, got a couple of pieces or whatever.
They
You
have a
drop
franchise
Ingram
guy
on.
range. That's what
He
the difference is.
Nah,
They have
Yeah,
a
it's
I
still,
mean,
franchise
look,
still
guy.
not gonna go
I've
anywhere.
always,
Raptors is
listen
gonna be
for
Raptors.
years, I've always
nah,
said
the
Not
MPJ
Raptors
is
gonna go
is
better
just
than
anywhere.
Ingram, but it's two
Yo,
different
he might be
nah,
situations right
but
now.
he
hold on,
might be,
Range
but he's
Road.
not on a better team.
Hold on, Range
It's
Road.
not
Bro,
Ingram that makes
hold,
them good. It's I'm sorry. It's their anchor. They Barnes is what makes them good. Barnes
Right.
is the team. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah, he
Man,
a
that's what the Nets want to
perimeter
do.
defender
The
first,
Nets
man.
and
want to
then he
get
can
to
play
a certain
both.
point where they've developed their guys. They're good enough to be to a certain point, but then they go get someone like a Brandon Ingram. They put him into the mix, and then the team takes off. We've done this before. Like
See,
that's the
Right.
look,
thing that makes me so
look,
mad is we did this
Hold on, they
before. We
different,
did
bro.
this
They
with
got
I
KD.
guess in a
hold on,
sense, Brooklyn's a
But
Range
little.
Road,
Scotty Barnes is they
Range
draft
Road.
pick though.
But
Like
in a sense, though,
Yeah.
Brooklyn's a little inverted because you guys already got the Ingram piece already, and I guess so to speak, in the MPJ.
MPJ's not our
Now,
Ingram piece. He's
Wait,
too old.
what? FPJ's on.
he's
Whoa,
definitely
whoa.
not.
Wow,
I
stop,
mean,
stop,
he's
stop, stop,
I
stop.
mean, he's. I
Hold on,
mean, look at the
time out,
numbers.
time out.
But
The numbers
he
don't
is
Ingram is
lie.
a
29
buck.
years
Wait, wait.
old. So
Ingram is a
Hold,
bucket. MPJ
he is
can't even
29 years
dribble.
old.
Look at the
Time
numbers.
out, time out. Hold on, time out, y'all. Time out, y'all. I'm trying to follow the conversation. So y'all saying a lot of ones. Now, basically, what I'm trying to say to add to the conversation is when for one, what you Range Rover was saying. What was you just saying again? See, I was saying a lot. I was trying to get into the
Oh,
conversation. What did you
I mean,
say?
ultimately, what I'm saying is that when you see MPJ in Brooklyn and then Ingram in Toronto, both doing their thing, putting up
Right. All
pretty good
right. So
numbers.
that's what I want to say, bro. Toronto, they different, bro. They expected to win now, even if they're not saying it, bro. They got Brandon Ingram. He a second round. He's a second pick in the draft. They got RJ Barrett. He's a third pick in the draft. They got Scotty Barnes, bro. You get that many lottery top five. You basically got a top five lottery pick. Three of them. You're expected
Undeservingly.
I
To be
mean,
fair,
look,
RJ got traded there,
Undeservingly.
but
I
Yeah,
mean,
RJ got traded there, man. So,
No,
RJ
I'm
and
King
not. I'm
Diaco
not
got
King
traded
saying.
RJ
there,
I'm not.
definitely
man.
got
Scotty
I'm
traded
not
Barnes
there.
is
saying.
their
I
only
mean,
pick.
No,
listen.
I'm
I
not
mean,
Quickly
saying.
got
listen,
traded.
listen. The
Hold on. I'm not.
Raptors
Hold on.
aren't that much far ahead of the Brooklyn Nets. I'll be honest.
No,
wait,
no.
whoa,
Even
whoa,
in the
wait,
game,
wait, 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 wait.
listen,
They actually have
Bro, they
talent.
number two in the East,
listen,
bro.
We
We in the
have
bro.
basement, bro. Like,
passing
what
vets right
come
Even
on,
now.
stop
even
it.
even in the
Hold on. Let me
games when
finish.
they just played head up just now, what was that like
Hold on. Let
last
me
week or
finish.
something like that?
Hold on. Let me
Like,
finish my
bro,
soliloquy.
they were getting carried by free throws. Like they can't
Hold
hit
on,
field
bro.
goals.
Let me finish what I'm saying. What I'm saying that to say when you got that much top tier talent, quote far as the draft is concerned, you expected your window to win is different from developing players that you got late in the first round. You feel what I'm saying? Now getting Yago, it speeds it up a little some because he a lottery pick, he a top 10 pick. Now I'm saying that to say Toronto Raptors situation is not the same as the Brooklyn Nets situation.
Right,
And
right.
I was
That,
trying to
that,
segue.
that's what I was saying though.
Hold on. I was trying to segue at the PT to get into the college games part of the title because again, like you say, you watching these players from high school. You got shout out to Dylan from Nets Press. I seen him, he on X saying that he got Caleb Wilson top 3 over the Bonster. You know what I'm saying?
He out
They
his
got
goddamn
Over the
mind.
monster?
Boozer was going off. Hold on. You
Yeah,
got
Whoa.
he
hold
going to
on.
number 3. He's kind of
Look. You got JD. Look,
going
you
up
got
Just
to
saying, they
number
JD.
just
Look,
3.
you
saying that
got
because of his height,
JDJ in
bro.
the chat with Cameron Boozer's stats tonight. He got
Crazy.
35, 9, and 3
Cameron,
assists
the
with
bruiser
So
boozing, man.
this is why I
Wow,
wanted to
man.
ask you
Boozer
Yeah,
is
but
because I
wild,
know
yo.
whenever you
PT
guys
and Brooklyn
say
LM watch
Put
college
them numbers in the NBA
whenever
game,
like
bro.
yo.
I just
We take
finished. I
Carlos
just
Boozer at
finished.
number
Boozer,
4. We take him.
bro.
We
Hold
take
on,
I
Carlos
can
just
I
Boozer.
finished. I just finished
bro?
watching the game.
Yeah. So
I just finished watching the game.
all right.
If
So
they
thank
take Wilson at
so
3, we take him at
please
4.
just
No problem.
I want to. Can I hold on? Can let this part of the show? I just want to hear PT and Brooklyn LM talk about the game that they seen. What you know what I'm saying, and just talk about where you think that player is in the draft. Cameron Boozer, like where you see him in the draft. Is he a number 1 pick? Like what's going on?
I ain't gonna lie, Pa. He might be one, bro. This dude continues to impress me every single game. It's really unfair. Like he's like what you were saying about he wins.
Yep.
Like I see it, yo. This nigga wins every single game. Like the little things he do, the way he moves, like he's just a force. And the fact that he can, stretch the ball. He's the only thing with Boozer is that they're gonna put against him is he's not flashy. Like he's not that kind of guy where he shows up, you're gonna get a in and out step back tween. Like he don't really got a wiggle to his game, but I'm telling you,
Man, fuck the
screw
wiggle,
all
man. That
that.
shit 35
Screw
points.
all that.
That's
If
crazy.
you won, if we get one by the grace of God or 2, I'm like Boozer might be that pick. I'm not even gonna
It's
lie to
like
you.
And that's
Like
probably gonna take him.
it's
It
like I
works for
told
Jordy.
y'all.
It
It's like
works
I
for
told
Jordy.
y'all. If you pick him, it's like picking Tim Duncan. It's not exciting. It's not like, highlight reel. It is just a guy that just goes out there and wins and produces. That's what he's gonna give you.
Yeah, we need that.
You,
Big
you
fundamentals. Yeah, we want that
yeah,
on
Every
the team.
but
game. We
but
need every
but
game
but
consistency.
here's the
Every game.
challenge, and I've been thinking about this a lot lately, and I tweeted about it today. If you take Boozer, I'm feeling like you can develop Noah Clowney into like what I'm seeing Jalen Johnson being in Atlanta.
Hell no.
The
Okay.
the
hell
reason
no, no,
Hell
nah,
no.
bro.
Hold on. Don't debate him. Don't
Never.
Jalen
debate him.
Nah, this
Johnson is way
conversation
better
is
player,
over.
but
Let him
I
finish
mean,
his soliloquy,
he's
man.
a way
Nah.
Don't
better
debate him.
player.
Just let
the
him say what he
I
gonna
went
He
say.
back
got to
and
shoot
looked
that
at
shit down himself, bro. You watch
I
too much
went back
basketball to say some shit like that.
I
Come on
went
now.
back and looked at the numbers
The
right
hell with the
now
numbers. The
in the
skill set
third
ain't the
year.
same.
In the third, the skill set is similar. He used to just be a shooter. Now he slashes to the basket.
Nah, Jalen
The
Johnson handled better, bro. Like if
no, he
he's
He's
a
has
crazy.
legit
Yeah, he
point,
dunk
he's
on
a
people
Jalen
better.
point
Jalen
guard.
Johnson, bro. I'm
He
pretty
He
sure
dunk
can
on
y'all
he's
all
people
saw
giving
the
better.
them
Twitter
10
video where
assists.
he's one of the few niggas in the history of this game to jump off his
it's
to not even plant before he jumps.
but
But
he's
hold on,
That
he's
Pa,
nigga
I get what you
athleticism,
mean, but
no
like
him
the
Noah Clowney fits the aesthetic, but he doesn't have nowhere the
hold
ability that he
on.
has.
With Jalen
Hold on,
Johnson,
y'all.
if you're
I
watching
don't want.
Atlanta, like
Yeah, they're not even comparable.
Hold on,
They're two different type of
So
players.
hold on.
hit.
So hold on. I'm
No,
trying to.
no,
Can y'all get back
they're
to the?
stretch
Can
fours.
y'all get back to Boozer? Can y'all talk about Boozer? Is he a number 1 pick or what? Like what's happening with dude?
Yeah.
You talking
Well,
about you going
the
full
point,
quarter
the
of
I
number
mean
reason why I
four?
he
said
could.
I'm talking about number one for us. I'm talking about number one
Yeah.
for us. Breezy, can you hear me?
Yeah, you say he number 1 for
Can you
us.
hear me?
That's who we should pick. Yeah. You
The
saying we should pick Boozer? Yeah, I can hear you.
the reason the reason if we pick Boozer, it's like we got to take a couple steps back to take a few steps forward.
Wait, what?
You're no longer going to
What you mean?
start
What you mean by that?
Clowney anymore
That's a
because if
good
you
thing.
Boozer's a
That's
four,
not
he's gonna
Wait,
necessarily true.
wait,
he's
wait. Can I
gonna
just
put
That's
the
not a
hear?
ball
bad
You
Wait,
thing.
just
wait.
got to
Pause,
get
That's
rid of
not
pause.
Claxton.
necessarily
I
true.
mean,
I think
That's a good
Boozer
thing.
can be a
Tell that
3, or
nigga
he could be a
Claxton
4.
goodbye.
He's not a
Pod,
5.
Claxton will be
pod.
gone soon
Wait,
enough,
wait,
man.
wait, wait.
I don't think.
Me and
Soon
Breezy.
enough.
Wait,
Hold on,
Pod. Me and
slow down,
Breezy.
hold on, bro, hold on. Let PT just finish his soliloquy. Then we're gonna go around the panel, but just let him finish because he's seen the game. Like, and I keep hearing about Cameron Boozer.
Yeah.
We're talking about all of these different players that we might get.
I
I'm just
watched.
trying to figure out what's going on. Go ahead, PT.
Yeah, no. So Cam Boozer, you're gonna take him no matter what. I think if you have one or two, if he falls to you, you're taking him. I don't think he gets past 2, and I think he's gonna win. I think Duke is gonna win the national championship this year, and I think that's gonna add to it. But if you're building the team, you want every asset to have value. You don't want to have an asset get replaced. But shit, you get Boozer, you're replacing Clowney. Even though I think Clowney especially on his trajectory, like where he's at, he's 21 years old, and if he had the
Yo,
basketball a little more, I think he'd be getting 16. But
He's super young,
if
though.
you have a chance to draft Boozer, you got to draft him. It's even if you have someone in that role
okay.
already, you have to
Pod,
take
I
him.
do think he can
And
play 3
All right,
or 4 though. Like the way he,
all right. Hold on,
I
the
think he's
only
time
two.
reason why I
out,
say
yeah.
that's because of the way he moves.
Time out,
Like
time. Yo, hold on. I ain't gonna hold you, bro. I slid off the door quick live as quick as much as I could. You know what I'm saying? I gotta get back to Thanksgiving duties. I ain't gonna lie to you. You know what I'm saying? But this to be continued. Y'all already know. I'm gonna try to do the precap for tomorrow night's game for the 76ers. And I want to say, again, I thank all of y'all for helping me build this page. Shout to PT, shout to Python, shout to people Hernandez, come on down. Everything Brooklyn Nets, John, Range Rover 90, Brooklyn LM, Leaf, Notorious, everybody that's a member of this page, everybody in the chat, Creme de la Creme runs, tell a Nets fan friend it's Thanksgiving. Enjoy Thanksgiving, man. Enjoy this day. And be thankful, man. I'm thankful for y'all, man. Word, have a good one. Enjoy Thanksgiving, y'all. Peace.
Yep. I'm